I always question what it is that I want to talk about. And if it comes to me throughout the week, through life experiences, then so it is. But oftentimes when I've made these videos, I just sit here and kind of contemplate for a little minute, and usually I edit that part out. So I'm gonna leave this part in this time and contemplate. And I'm just gonna talk, That's kind of the process. Just speak on whatever, just whatever I'm feeling in this moment. And in this moment, I'm feeling basically what I'm describing is the natural flow, the the naturally occurring experience of producing a particular outcome. And that can show itself in various different areas of our lives. So at times, we don't feel like something is coming that natural to us because we have been led to believe, we have programmed ourselves to believe, we have given our willpower to those things that have reinforced these beliefs that we have to force, as opposed to just allow things to naturally unfold, and therefore create much limitation for ourselves and for our experience. Recognizing that in order to produce a particular outcome, you have to utilize your willpower, you have to put forth effort, right? So there is a major difference between putting forth the effort to produce a particular outcome and forcing something that may or may not be in alignment with what you are even trying to do with yourself, with your time, with your valuable life force energy.
Hey, my bad about that. We gotta run that one back.
Hey yo, this for my nigga X right here, man. R.I.P.
Hey, this only like my third show too, man. So I appreciate all y'all coming out.
I'm from the dirt where you likely to get murked, nigga. I mean the castle where rappers turn into cappers. Aftermath the trappers claiming the biggest and baddest bastard. I'm the master, fuck the laughter. I'm after whatever you after, nigga. Money, joy, dreams, so snatch the holy Casper. Showing off my crooked smile just to cover the devil laughter. Little mama sexy, I just pray that they don't attack her. She just like the way I move. MJ, she man McJagger, nigga. Pray that they don't attack her. She just like the way I move. MJ, she man McJagger, nigga. I've been searching for my mind in these lonely nights. Papa Zan hit a blunt, the only way I'm sleeping right. Conscience got me thinking wrong. Demon serpents in my bones. Take a hit, the only way I write my wrongs is in these songs.
We sit and we utilize our mind to address certain things, whether it be desires or less than desirable outcomes, circumstances. Every moment, so many thoughts are flowing through our minds. What we choose to focus on, what we choose to give our energy to, is going to produce more thoughts, more behaviors, more actions in alignment with that. That could be described as like your dominant vibration. That's something that you may or may not have heard of before. I mean, if you're scrolling through Instagram, there is a high, and you're watching this, then there is a likelihood that you've heard somebody say that at some juncture. But to really sit and let that sink in, first and foremost, and then also to apply that to your daily life And to find ways to allow that awareness to become a part of your experience is very transformational. You know, because it's like we get these small bursts of information, it's really powerful, but if our dominant vibration, if our nervous system is wired to kind of let that fact graze over, or to kind of focus our energy elsewhere, then it's not really going to affect us. It's not really going to be useful information because it's not applied. It's just there, and then when it presents itself again to you, as telling as that is, as far as, you know, you being reflected that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be of service to you unless you utilize your willpower for it to be of service to you. And you absolutely can. And when I say that it's telling, what I mean by that is, if you are being reflected something, whether it's the algorithm or AI or not, like our spirit, our energy, our internal world, doesn't matter what power is outside of us, everything is within us. So there very well could be some kind of control mechanism to, and this, that, and the third, all these stories, right, that we tell ourselves, or that we hear about. As true as that might be, you are safe within yourself. You are protected within yourself. So when something is being reflected to you, that could be reflective of something that you have been asking yourself. So when you see something in your awareness, it might be a part of you wanting to bring a certain piece of information to your attention. And it could be to help you or to hurt you, depending on what your dominant vibration is, right? So if you are dominantly feeling like a victim, or feeling like something's wrong with you, you will be reflected that. Something that has been extremely helpful to me has been learning about the brain. And in a very general sense, our brain, there's certain parts of our brain that acts as filters, so it filters out information, right? If we didn't have a particular part in our brain, in this case what I'm talking about and what I've learned about is called the reticular activating system. It is a part of the brain that functions as to filter in and out information. And it will only allow in information that you believe. So if you do not believe something, then you will not hear it. That goes into seeing reality as it is and seeing reality as you are perceiving it to be. So let's say you're angry because there is a group of individuals in society or in a community that just don't understand what it is that you're trying to convey. You question, it's like, are they not listening, or what is it? Well, it could be a lot of things, but this is something that can definitely tie into play, where if you are not wired in your brain, in your body, to believe something or to be aware of something, then you're not going to be able to receive that information. Not only that, if you genuinely believe you're ugly, let's just say you think that you're hideous. You have trained yourself to believe that you're hideous. From childhood, you were told that you were just the ugliest person in the world. Now, every time that somebody says, oh, you're beautiful, your function within your brain, that function of the reticular activating system, will filter out that information. So you might even skew some words. Some words will be altered. Like, you'll hear it different. You won't even be able to cognize what is being spoken to you, right? So, you know, that's just to put it in perspective and to relate it to our bodies. And it has helped me have a lot of compassion for people. And that's not to say that people shouldn't be accountable by any means, but it's just to recognize what you give your energy to is very important. You must be wise. Do not try to speak to individuals who are not going to listen to you because they literally cannot hear you. They literally cannot cognize what it is you're saying. Are you putting forth your energy into spaces and places and individuals who have no mental capacity, physical capacity to understand what it is that you're sharing? I feel like it is vital that we continue to share our hearts and no matter what, whether somebody can hear you or not, you know, it's like if a small seed is planted, then that will serve, you know, and there might be one person in a sea of people who will receive you, right? And that's valid. But also recognize, is that to your detriment? And of course, I'm talking about, this is related to depression. I am not talking about depression in the mainstream way. You know, I'm talking about what is making us so depressed? What makes us feel so shitty? Feeling alone, feeling misunderstood, feeling depleted, numb. Why are we numb? Right? So you can question these things, so that you can make decisions and you can utilize the information that's coming in such a way where it's actually serving you, right? What is your motivation? What brings you joy? When you receive something that's helpful to your life, if that's what you want, if you want to help yourself, what is it that motivates you to apply certain information? Because if you don't have proper motivation, if you're not practicing the mindset that it's necessary for you to be able to carry out tasks that you know are good for you, then 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, eventually at some point, you're not going to be able to execute these extremely transformational practices and these awarenesses into your day-to-day life. So maybe you have children. Maybe what's motivating you is a desire to be free from being chained by a feeling of depletion. Maybe what's motivating you is a love for something and a deep desire to continue to do that. So if you love video games, but you have to put a pause on your life and your video game playing to go do X, Y, and Z, something that you really don't want to do. X makes you feel like dying. Y makes you mad at the world. And Z makes you want to. So it really can very well be dependent upon your life experiences, you as an individual, what makes you joyful, what makes you angry, what works for you. What do you value? What are your core values? So you can start to question these things, you know. And that is all I have to say about this today. And if that video was helpful in any way, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, share this, and comment. Hit the bell notification so that you're aware of when my videos are out. yes, everything is not as it appears to be. And you have the power within you, truly, to, at the very least, prepare yourself to be in a position of feeling wellness and of utilizing the information that is shared with us in such a way where it's actually going to create a sense of balance within us. So, peace, y'all.
Scooby Wood got me feeling good when I'm stressed out. You just trying to clear your head while I'm just trying to figure out, is it me or is this love? If it's what you think is love, am I what you thinking of? Hold on. I'ma tag in body baggage reactions. I'm new to this rapping, but beats I've been thrashing like a Kardashian. Get the butt of this Aspen, super immaculate, overly masculine. No fucking pacifist, fucking activist, slashing gas to detachers. Can you capture my Lazarus? My words is hazardous, ain't no way to fathom it. They killing the blacks again, holding me captive in. The bones is crackling, nigga. This shit is tragic, and you can't see it happening, so it gets saddening. Come on. So it gets saddening, nigga. So it gets saddening. Militia rifles, disciple the devil, reading the Bible. But one trigger the rifle, 9 trigger the rifle. I'm drowning under the Nile. Headshot Chris Kyle, 9/11 King Dial. Wave surfing the title, nigga.
Hey, shout out XXX, man.
This
Shout
for
out
my nigga
anybody
X
who
right
doing
here,
whatever
man.
they
He was a
love
true
because they
inspiration to
love
all
it,
of us,
not
you
because
feel
of what
me?
anybody else think.
That all that nigga was
Let's
doing
rock.
was inspiring shit.